Avoid these mistakes when starting an LLC. Starting an LLC changed my life. It opened the door to my first $1 million business and me paying less taxes than I ever paid when I worked a job. Literally, so many tax deductions and loopholes being a business owner. In this episode, I'm going to share with you the big mistakes that everyone keeps making when they get their LLC so that you do not make those mistakes and you too can have your multi-million-dollar business and pay less taxes in the process. Let's go.
Noelle. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, or you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm going to share you the top 5 ways that LLC owners get caught that cost them thousands. I'm going to share with you one easy way to unlock millions of dollars in business funding. And I'm going to share with you my secret way that my multi-million-dollar accountant taught me that saves thousands in taxes so that you can do the same. Mistake number 1, not separating personal expenses from business expenses. Before you even get an LLC, you may have spent money on your own, like even getting the LLC itself. You may have to use your own personal credit card or funds to get the registration. So in many cases, business owners do not write these things down. They keep no plan of this, and they are not able to write off personal money and funds and accounts and credit cards that they use for their business. And this is an amazing mistake that people are missing out on because, again, even if you use your personal business accounts or your personal credit cards in your business, this can be a write-off. So when you get the LLC, before you even get it, write down how much money you spent, what card you use, and so that you can actually start getting those personal expenses or expenses you use with your personal cards written off in your business. This is a big mistake. Let me tell you another one because this ties into that. Number 2, not using their EIN for their income. So again, when you get your LLC, you are going to apply for an EIN, which stands for Employer Identification Number. Then you are also going to use that EIN and the LLC registration to get you a business checking account. This will help you with the first thing that I said. Now, once you have that business checking account, you should get a business debit card, and you should probably even get a business credit card right when you open up that business checking account. I have an entire playlist where I teach you how to walk into that bank, get a business checking account, and walk out with a business credit card too. You can do this, and I actually even have a resource to help you do that because putting your income under your EIN will actually separate the business's income from your personal income. This will also allow you to start putting business income into the business checking account and establish business credit. This will allow your business to actually borrow in your business's name so you do not have to use your social security number. Let me explain that. Number 3, not getting business credit. So again, one of the major mistakes that people make when they get their LLC is they don't think about business credit and setting that up. Your business is its own entity. It's like it's a living, breathing thing. And the EIN will work like the business's social security number. Literally, it's 9 digits, just like your social security number. So when you go to apply for business credit cards and business loans and business lines of credit and different things like that, you actually can use the EIN. You can even get help with this from my friends at 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐥𝐝 Consultants. There's a link in the description box that will give you a free consultation with them. They are helping people build business credit, get business funding, and up-level themselves in business. 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐥𝐝 and the consultants are my great friends. He actually helped me with my personal credit many years ago, and now they are absolute experts in business credit too. I have students walking away with $50,000, $75,000, even over $100,000 in business funding with a brand new LLC. So again, use the link in the description box to 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐥𝐝 Consultants. Call them today for your free consultation and see if you can start getting business credit and business funding and how you can even get lots of money right on the spot. All right, let's keep going. Number 4, not getting the LLC before buying real estate. You guys know that Noelle Randall is a real estate multimillionaire, entrepreneur, mentor, speaker, author, best-selling author, mom of 5, and so much more. So I built my entire wealth before I even came to YouTube through real estate, and LLCs were a big part of how I was able to gain my wealth. Most of your real estate should be purchased, especially investment properties, should be purchased in an LLC. This will allow you to, it will protect you in case someone like slips and falls at the property, and it will actually create a deduction for you because then that LLC actually owns the real estate. You write it off on your taxes. You get to write off all of the different expenses that you paid, the interest, the fixing it up, painting it, all of those different real estate expenses actually becomes this really amazing tax write-off. But many people will have real estate and then try to get the LLC, or something happens, like someone tries to sue them or someone slips and falls, and then they try to move the property into the LLC. That is a big mistake. I think that you should get the LLC before you actually buy the real estate, because then you can actually get the loan if you do finance it in the LLC's name. Now the mortgage is in the business's name, not your name. This is ideal. There are tons of loans out there like DSCR loans, debt service coverage ratio loans, where they will lend to you on real estate based on the real estate rental, okay? Not on your tax returns. They don't need your pay stubs. They don't need any of that, or any of those things. You need to have a good credit score, a LLC, and a piece of property that's going to make money. That's pretty much it. DSCR loans are amazing and a great thing that you can do, but you do need an LLC in order to do that. Now, of course, you can use an incorporation like an S Corp or a C Corp, an Inc., but I do not recommend buying real estate in an incorporation. It's better to buy it in an LLC. Again, Noelle Randall is not an attorney or a tax professional, so consult yours. Or again, when you are speaking with 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐥𝐝 consultants, that link that's in the description box, when you are doing your free call, talk to them about how you are going to, if you're going to buy real estate, how you plan to do it, because 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐥𝐝 is also a great business owner and he has a ton of knowledge on this as well. So again, that free consultation is really going to help you so much if you have an LLC or if you haven't established an LLC. Either way, when you call 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐥𝐝 consultants, they will be able to help you get business credit, business funding, and even talk to you about some of these things that I'm talking about in this video that you may not understand. Or you can chat with me and I can answer any of the simple questions that you have. But again, 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐥𝐝 consultants is offering a free consultation, so you might want to take that out. Number 5, not understanding the income that you as the owner are going to receive. So when you are getting a business, you have to really think about how you're going to be paid. Are you going to be paid a salary? Are you going to be paid distributions? Because when it comes to an LLC, you actually can do any of the above and you can end up paying more taxes than you probably should. Let me quickly explain the 3 types of incomes that are derived from a business. Number 1, ordinary income. Ordinary income is like the salary that you may take. So you may take $3,000 per month or $5,000 per month. That is your ordinary income and it is going to be taxed. So that is one thing that you can do. And this really gets tricky when your business is making more than $50,000. Okay. When you yourself, the business is making more than $50,000, not necessarily just you getting paid $50,000 from it. So once you kind of get over that $50,000 mark, you might actually want to do a classification called an S Corp classification that you can do with an LLC. Again, have those conversations, but you want to be clear, because if you do a salary, you can pick a low salary so that you just pay a little bit of Medicare and Social Security taxes on it. It's going to be subject to those taxes, and maybe you won't have to pay federal taxes with the withholding. So again, 1099 type of income where you're just paying the maybe not paying any taxes, but you may also receive a W-2 and have all of the taxes taken out of your check. You actually can become an employee if you want to. That's not something I necessarily recommend, but again, talk to your tax professional and see which one works best for you. Number 2, passive income. Passive income is going to be like rents. Okay, so I have real estate, the rents that are coming in. Real estate for the most part is going to be passive income. That's going to be income that you're not actively doing anything. I'm not talking about selling a product or selling a service, but rents and real estate and things like that is going to be passive income, and that's going to be taxed at a lower rate, a different rate. So again, in your business, you may have that type of income. I'm not sure. Obviously, in my business, I do, and I absolutely love passive income and income from real estate, especially as a business owner. And then number 3, portfolio income. Portfolio income is the income that comes from your investment. So actually, as a business, tons of business, especially like the big corporations like Apple and Walmart and Microsoft, they actually take a lot of the cash that they have and they invest that. Okay. And that's portfolio income, the dividends that are earned on the stocks or the shares or the real estate that they buy, when you sell the stocks or whatever, that income, that's your portfolio income. And that is the 3rd type of income. So understanding which one of those 3 types of income you are going to be receiving in your business is actually important, to start to understand it, so you know some of the tax forms that are going to be required and some of the tax deadlines. It's really important that when you get an LLC, you do start to talk to someone that does your taxes and start helping you plan, because in many cases, people will get the LLC, they never talk to a tax professional, and they actually mess up a lot of the deductions that were available to them, and even things that they can do when they take their own personal money. Like I mentioned earlier, when you take your personal money, your personal accounts, your personal credit cards, and you invest in your business, that can be actually written off, or it can be a capital contribution and lower your tax liability. So make sure that you are getting with a tax professional when you are getting an LLC so that they can help you with some of the planning stuff, not just doing the tax return. Number 6, not knowing which forms they are going to have to fill out. So there are certain tax forms specifically that I'm saying that you will have to fill out. So of course, the first one is getting that EIN. That's an SS4 form. That's the application for an EIN. Well, most people will go to irs.gov and fill that form out online. And then when you're done, it will give you your EIN on a letter and you can save that as a PDF. It's a very simple process to getting an EIN, doing it yourself, and getting that form and keeping that form for your records, because you'll need it for banks, you'll need it for the taxes, different things like that. Schedule C. So if you are a single member LLC, you are going to have to file a Schedule C. Most sole proprietorships, meaning you own the business all by yourself, or you have an LLC and you're the only member on it, you're going to have to file a Schedule C. This is very important. So again, make sure you have your tax professional fill this tax form out for you. You will attach it to, so if you have W-2 income, for example, you work a job and you also have an LLC and you're just the only member on it, you're probably going to have to fill out the Schedule C, a part of your taxes. So make sure that you know this and you make sure this is filed each year. Form 1065. Form 1065 is a partnership tax return. So if you have another member on your LLC, so if it's you and your dad, for example, like me in one of my cases, me and my dad, then we fill out a Form 1065 partnership income, and that goes to our 1040, our individual income tax form. And then we also get another form, K1. So we get a K1, which has our income or our losses, our partnership losses for the business or income. So say, for example, like I said, we fill out the Form 1065, that's the business's tax return. And then each of us as owners, if it's, say it's just two of us, we then get a K1 and we file that with our individual tax return each year. So these are probably like the main forms that you really need to know. Again, Noelle Randall has a MBA and I have a master's in economic development from Penn State, but you do not need all of that. I don't even care to keep up with some of those things. Getting a tax professional, a CPA, or a bookkeeper for your business is very, very inexpensive. There's even online tools like QuickBooks and FreshBooks. I'll put a link to FreshBooks in the description box to help you. That's another amazing tool to have. And this will help you keep track of your LLC, because that is another mistake that people make. They miss out on all of these deductions. Their car, you get a lot of deductions for just a car. Just that one thing in your business will create a lot of deductions. So make sure that you have things like FreshBooks so you can kind of keep track of your mileage and invoices that you're sending, be able to pull reports, and makes it really easy to do your taxes. All right, one last thing. Business credit for a business is so important. Every person that has an LLC should be building business credit. Even if your business just doesn't even make that much money, you actually can have no revenue and start getting business funding. Literally, you can walk into banks and get business loans, business credit cards, and business line of credit with no revenue. And you can even build business credit so that you have a separate profile that you can borrow money in, so you never have to borrow money in your own name or your own social security number. Literally, call 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐥𝐝 Consultants and do that free consultation and let them help you build business credit. Let them talk to you about business funding. Ask them your questions about filing your taxes and all of the deductions and great things that you have for your business, because too many business owners just miss out. Again, 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐥𝐝 Consultants. 𝐁𝐿 is actually a friend of mine. We've known each other for over a decade. He helped me fix my personal credit, and now he's an expert. Him and his team are experts in business credit and business funding, and they are helping so many people get lots and lots of money for their business to take those businesses to the next level, so they never have to worry about funding ever again. Use that link below, absolutely free to call them. They will give you that free consultation and you can learn so much. Whether they work with you or not, you are going to leave that conversation with some amazing information. They are so helpful. I absolutely love them. Please tell them that Noelle Randall sent you, and please take advantage of this call because it is not going to last forever. Book your call now. I want you to do this because I want to make sure that you have all of the knowledge, all of the resources, and all of the tools that you need to be successful. This is Noelle Randall. To your success.